Hello, everyone out there. This is the center field. I'm your host, Will, and today I'll be going over the 2021 Miami Dolphin draft class here at the center field because, well, we're based out of South Florida, and myself and Alex were Dolphin fans. The Miami Dolphins had a pretty solid draft, so pretty much what I'm going to go over today is go over all seven picks, starting from the first round to the seventh round, and I'm going to give them a grade for how I feel the Dolphins did in this particular selection, not just based on performance, but also based on need as well. The first pick that I'm going to go over is Mr. Jalen Waddle. Mr. Jalen Waddle was a stud wide receiver for the University of Alabama, had a very amazing freshman year, sophomore and junior year until he got hurt. His junior year in 6 games when he got hurt, which is this past season, he played in 6 games and had 591 yards, almost 600 yards receiving in just 6 games. He was out. He would have probably been the Heisman Trophy winner if it wasn't for the fact that he got hurt and Devontae Smith took over that role. But nonetheless, this is a great pick with rehab because of the fact that Jalen Waddle had an injury. He broke his ankle in the Tennessee game in Game 6. The Miami Dolphins in general do have a good selection if Jalen Waddle can stay healthy. He could assist in stretching the field. He could pretty much put just situations like one-on-one situations for guys like Devontae Parker, Hope on Mike Gesicki, and he has familiarity with Tua. So that is very, very good for the Miami Dolphins. So there's no excuses this year for Tua Tagovailoa. He should have a solid year because of the weapons that Chris Grier and Brian Flores are providing for him. The second pick in the first round is dear to me because I'm also a Miami Hurricanes fan, and it's Mr. Jalen Phillips. Now, Jalen was seen as a risky pick by some quote-unquote draft pundits because of the fact that he had concussion issues at UCLA. And not only that, he also retired from football until the transfer portal hit and he was able to come to the University of Miami. So the idea is that they are questioning his commitment to the Dolphins, and they're wondering whether he's durable enough to maintain a long-standing career. All right. I totally disagree with the pundits and the quote-unquote draft experts because Jalen Phillips had a heck of a season. I believe he played in every single game. And with the pandemic the way it was, I can still remember the Virginia Tech game where they had 15 missing players, and Jalen Waddle played the entire game, had about a couple key sacks in the game, and not only that, played almost every snap. And at the end of the game, he was laying down on that field because he was so exhausted. So the commitment part is absolutely there. Okay, so the scholars, pundits, whatever they want to call themselves, the geniuses and gurus, they're going to be wrong about Jalen Phillips. He's going to be a solid football player. Personally, I would have gone with Gregory Rousseau based on his performance the year prior. Gregory Rousseau was the 30th pick by the Buffalo Bills. He had 15 and a half sacks for the Miami Hurricanes the year prior. He decided not to play this year because of the pandemic. So Jalen took that role, and Jalen, ran with it, and that's why he's the 15th pick in the NFL draft. Going to the second round, the Miami Dolphins take a risky pick, and they go with Oregon safety, Mr. Javon Hollins. Mr. Javon Hollins was a stud safety out of the University of Oregon. Originally, they thought they were going to go running back because the Dolphins were almost last in the league in running the football. Just to say that they didn't go running back, his main reason is because people expect because of what the Broncos did in trading up to 35 and taking Javonte Williams, the tailback out of North Carolina. Although Michael Carter was available, Chuba Hubbard was available as well, the tailback out of Oklahoma State, and you also had Khalil Herbert out of Virginia Tech. They decided to go safety. They feel confident in Myles Gaskins. I don't know how I feel about that. Myles Gaskins did show some spark, maybe with a fine-tuned offensive line and an offense that could stretch the field. We will see Myles Gaskins take that next step and maybe become a 1,000-yard rusher, but we really don't know. As the pick of Javon Holland goes, I do give it an A because I do like the fact that Javon Holland is a ball hawk. I also give the draft pick, I almost forgot, the draft pick for Jalen Phillips an A as well because of Jalen Phillips' tenacity in attacking the passer. All right, now going into, once again, remaining in the second round is Liam Eckenberg. Liam Eckenberg is the tackle out of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame, as it's pronounced as well. Notre Dame had a very good running game and had a pretty good season this year. Ian Book had a great year as well. The running game was very stout. So this guy is going to fall very well into Dolphins rotation. Again, I didn't expect him to go line, but they're trying to show up that offensive line between the trenches, go young, go efficient. And I do like this pick as well. So I give the Liam Eckenberg draft pick, believe it or not, an A. I think that you have to win those battles at the trenches, and Tua could use all the protection he needs. All right. Now, this one is a head scratcher for me at round 3. The Miami Dolphins go with a pass-catching tight end, right? A pass-catching tight end in Hunter Long out of the University of Boston College. Now, Hunter Long was a solid player for Boston College and so on. But from my perspective, had only 685 yards receiving, which wasn't bad. His last year at Boston College with 5 touchdowns. But my argument is, if you were going to go tight end, you should have stayed home and gone with Brevin Jordan. Now, I don't know if it's a durability factor. The fact that Hunter Long finished both seasons playing 11 games each year, his last 2 years at Boston College, and Brevin Jordan couldn't finish the season out. Or play an entire season, because he did finish the season out. He did play in that bowl game and score a touchdown against Oklahoma State, and even a score touchdown in that horrible game against North Carolina. So he was an effective tight end, but statistically, in less games, Brevin Jordan has been the better player. Let me just go over Brevin's statistics here so we can see what I'm talking about. So what I'm getting at here is, as a pass receiving tight end, Brevin Jordan right out the gate was a stud, right? As a freshman, he had 32 catches for 287 yards, but he had 4 touchdowns in those games in a year that was absolutely terrible offensively for the Miami Hurricanes, where they couldn't even have a consistent starter at quarterback. In 2019, with an anemic offense under Dan Enos, Brevin Jordan only had 2 touchdowns, but he had nearly 500 yards receiving in a total of 9 games. Playing 8 games in 2020, again because of injury, did not finish the season. That's where I wonder why he fell so low in the draft. He had about 38 catches, 576 yards, but he had a whopping 7 touchdowns with an average of 15 yards per catch. So I would have taken a risk on Brevin Jordan. You have Jaron Smythe that could do the blocking. He would have backing up Mike Gesicki. And if Mike Gesicki can't play, he gets hurt, whatever case it be, Brevin Jordan could fill those shoes right away. So I give the Hunter Long pick a C. Just because I do believe Hunter Long has talent, but I think the Dolphins could have done better. Picked another player, probably gone running back as well, but they decided to go tight end, and that's what I believe regarding the tight end. All right, and in round 7, the Dolphins go. Now, round 7 is a little iffy because these guys many times don't even make the team. They stay in the practice squad because there's such a low pick. They go with Nornell Coleman, another offensive tackle out of UMass as well. All right, big guy is Larnell Coleman, and then to finish it off, they go. By the way, I give the Larnell Coleman pick a B, and to finish it off, they go with Jared Dokes, the running back out of Cincinnati. Right, that's the 7th round pick. Solid running back, but did not have a 1,000-yard season for Cincinnati. Right, so that's about it, guys. Hope you liked it. If you like what you heard, that's my analysis. Overall, I gave the Dolphins a solid B+ to A- on this draft. If you like what you heard, all right, please subscribe down there at the bottom to the Center Field Podcast. And also, if you also want to find out about us on Facebook, please like our Facebook page as well, the Center Field. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day and see you soon. Bye-bye.